And here we are. Special edition this week. It is race week again.
Race week. Noosa.
Race week coming up. Yep, that's it. Noosa Triathlon. We are going to deliver a special preview of the race. Probably one of the biggest. I know we keep saying this quite a bit. You know, such a big event. Last week, Wollongong was obviously, or 2 weeks ago now. Wollongong was very big, but this one's got a bit of history.
Yeah, it is the biggest triathlon festival in the world.
Yeah,
I think besides Kona. I think it is actually the biggest.
Yeah, I still think it is.
Yeah, it runs for 5 days. But yeah, Noosa's obviously legendary within the Australian community and worldwide.
Yep.
So it's a big event to cover, and we're going to be there.
Yeah, we are. Before we kick off the show, once again, if you haven't listened to us before, this is the Unfunded Podcast. I am professional triathlete Lachlan Jones with my good friend
Lleyton Wall, also a professional triathlete.
And this show is brought to you by Official Beer.
Yep, go get them, the GC Lager.
Well, I reckon we're going to try organise to take a couple slabs down.
Yeah, 100%.
This weekend. It's a, like we said, it's a huge festival. It's a bit of a celebration, isn't it? We're coming towards the end of the racing calendar, especially for the elites.
Yep, and it's going into summer. It's perfect.
It's starting to warm up.
Yeah, it is warming up, and those beers are flowing better than ever.
I mean, speak for yourself. I haven't really, had the chance to have too many, but I think especially, like we said, for any of our European listeners, sorry, it is starting to get colder for you.
Yeah,
but
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, over here it is starting to get warm. Summer's coming, and we're starting to loosen up a little bit, aren't we?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Loose lips, sink beers.
Okay. So, on to Noosa. What makes it so special for, I guess, us? What makes Noosa so legendary? And why is it such a big thing within the Australian triathlon community?
Yeah, I think it's funny how it is such a big thing still within the Australian culture, I guess, in the Australian triathlon culture. Every country probably has still their real iconic race that.
Yeah, that's true.
That's still sort of set in stone.
Yeah, the Germans have Roth.
Yeah. Like we were looking at the past winners before, and I think we went all the way down to like 9. I don't know how long Noosa's been around for.
1984.
Yeah, that was where the
83.
Yeah, 1983. And obviously we've been to quite a few Noosas ourselves, and there's people that I know from, European countries that even they've heard of the reputation that Noosa holds. Obviously, it's just the general vibe of it. It is a carnival. Like it is a festival. Like
it is a festival of triathlon, which is the coolest thing about it.
It's not just a one day, we rock up on the Saturday morning, we do the race, and we're all on the beers by Saturday afternoon. Like
everyone goes home.
There's events on Wednesday. I saw there's some kids runs on the Wednesday, and there's some Noosa breakfast editions going on Wednesday.
Yeah, a lot of charity kind of events and fundraisers. It's more of a community event than like any other event in triathlon. Like you have the Ironmans come to town, and the towns get around it, but Noosa hosts the event more than any other town, I think, in Australia or the world.
Yeah, they really do captivate what Noosa has to offer, and they really make the most on putting on such a great event, and exactly why Noosa sells out. I only entered the race 2 weeks ago, so I was very, very late, maybe even a week ago. Fortunate enough to be able to do that as an elite, but if you're an age grouper,
you have to book a year in advance, isn't it?
I think
it sells out
almost
year before.
As soon as tickets get released, I think it's within a day.
Yeah,
almost a couple days
crazy.
where tickets get sold. So it's almost like one of the majors, like one of the major marathons.
It probably is. And it's quite a unique event as well. It's an Olympic distance. The triathlon is an Olympic distance.
Yeah.
But it's a non-draft legal Olympic distance. Yep. And a lot of these...
Don't get a lot of those anymore.
No, a lot of these events have gone. Like, they aren't races anymore. There's a few quite iconic ones in America.
Yeah.
Challenge Alcatraz Triathlon used to be one.
Yeah.
But these used to be one of the biggest triathlons back in the day in the 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
These were the triathlons where you guys made your money.
I remember...
In the budgies and the TT bikes that looked ridiculous.
I was reading Chris McCormack's book, actually, and for those who don't know, Chris McCormack, he's a triathlon legend within Australia, and he spent a lot of time in the States back in his, heyday.
And these were the big events.
These were the kind of races where he went and made his money. He would go to the Escape of Alcatraz. He would go to the... I can't
There's
remember.
LA Triathlon.
Yeah. I think it was in Long Beach. Beach So there was a heap of races like that where these kind of races, the Noosa style races, where they were the non-drafting sort of Olympic distance races where people would go and make a name for themselves. Yeah. So it's really cool that we've been able to hold on to
and kept it going for so long.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll ever go away, Noosa. It's too iconic now. No. And 42 years. It's been going for a while.
Yeah, exactly. And like we said, we are both going to be on the ground in Noosa. We're both going to be taking on kind of different roles. So what are you going to be doing sort of for... We're both going to be obviously there for the Unfunded. That's something we really... obviously, we loved being able to bring the action to you guys for World Champs 2 weeks ago. So we want to try to do a similar sort of media outlet sort of thing. Yep. So what are you going to be doing?
We're on ground, so a bit of on-ground coverage. I guess kind of soaking up that atmosphere a bit more and showing what the atmosphere is like, getting a couple of pro interviews with a couple of the guys that we know and whoever else we can access, a few of the internationals. Just kind of showing off what Noosa has in store from a more of a spectator point of view. I can't race. Well, I'm actually doing the swim. But I feel as if that's part of Noosa. You have to go and do some kind of event. Something. We've even got our boy, our media guru, Falco, sitting in the corner again. He's taken on the 5K Bolt. 5K Bolt. What's your predicted time? Just so we can... Sub 17. All right, so we got media guy Falco taking on a couple of Olympic runners in Noosa. So and again, that's what makes the weekend special. Like all eyes are going to be on Falco. I reckon Falco's probably going to get more cheers on the sideline than anyone else. The Olympians running around. Yeah, probably. So you're going to be more of an athlete actually racing. Yeah. So we want to try cover as much of the racing as we possibly can. So Lleyton will be obviously doing the media stuff on the ground, getting interviews, whatnot, and then I'd like to be able to hopefully share something that your everyday audience might not be able to see. What it's like in the elite athlete lounge, what it's like in the elite briefings, and who's actually there up close and personal, showing what it's like to be an elite athlete within a racing environment. So I don't think there's too many podcasts out there that can really show you both sides as an elite athlete. So maybe the All In Triathlon podcast, but they're pretty washed these days. They're old.
Aaron Royle's getting a bit slow, so who knows?
Yellow's still pretty quick though.
Reigning world champion.
Yeah,
he's doing right for himself. But yeah, like we said, this is a weekend where you do have the elite guys, and we'll go through the start list sort of in more depth later on. But we've literally got world champions and Olympians racing on the same course on the same day as my mum. That's the cool thing, and that doesn't. I mean, Ironman, it happens. Yeah, but the Ironman guys are also 4 hours in front, so you're not going to see them. But the Noosa, everyone's racing over 2 hours, 2 and a bit hours. I still just feel like
everyone's there.
Everyone's together.
It's so tight. Everyone's so compact down Hastings Street.
Yeah.
You go knuckle to knuckle, and there's Cassandra Beaugrand.
Yeah.
I don't know. Olympic and world champion.
I don't know what it is, but I just feel like Noosa really is one where like the age groupers are interacting with the elites and vice versa. Yeah. So, it's really cool. And again, like we just said, there's some of the best cyclists. We've had Lani Pallister swimming in the 1K swim.
Yeah, and she just broke the world record for short course 800 meters.
You got the best swimmers, best cyclists, best runners in Australia with the best triathletes and your everyday age grouper. Like what more? With Scotty Pendlebury, one of the best AFL players.
Yeah, exactly.
Was there last year.
Yeah, so. Glenn McGrath, Australian cricket legend. You have all of these legends that converse to Noosa for the one weekend.
I'm getting so excited.
It is pretty cool. Yeah, the crossover with triathlon in Noosa, it's more than just triathlon. I think that's the big thing about Noosa.
Yeah.
It's more than just a normal, ordinary run-of-the-mill triathlon. Yeah, we've done our triathlon and we're happy. It's the people that come in, the events that are on, the charity events, the people that speak. I think that's the cool part where it's more than just triathlon. It brings all different walks of life together and for a triathlon, which is the cool thing. Yeah. Like our sport that we
exactly.
love.
All right, we've blown enough smoke up Noosa's ass. I'm pretty sure most years with the sellout, obviously they'll have limited numbers on road closures or whatnot. There's almost 8,000 people competing in the triathlon, and I think over the whole weekend there's around 10,000.
Yeah, that's impressive.
That's
a lot of people. Yeah. No wonder the bloody accommodation sells out, and I've had to sleep in a tent.
Yeah, you're in the.
I'm in the swag, mate.
You're in the gutter. But yeah, what would you say your favourite part of Noosa is? I mean, you've been to Noosa a couple times.
I've been to Noosa. I've raced Noosa once.
All right, you pick one thing about Noosa that's the favourite thing.
Ooh, I would say it is that atmosphere of just the masses of people that are there. Because we go race here, there, and everywhere, but we don't get an event that there's so many people at. So we'll go to Devonport, and there'll just be the same kind of crew that runs around. Yeah. We know everyone, but Noosa, there's that many people. There's 8,000 people participating in the triathlon
alone,
but they're bringing 2-3 people. Yeah, 2-3 spectators each. So the amount of people that are there just watching you, and you run out of that swim, which is pretty cool. And it's a fair run to transition. It's just packed,
crowded,
lined, and all the age groupers getting into it. It's pretty cool.
It's cool.
I think the amount of people there, like we don't get to race in that every day, so that's probably the coolest part.
Yeah, cool. I reckon I got to go with that Super Saturday.
Yeah, like the crit and the bolt.
Like you got the swim, and then you got the
swim's on the Friday.
Oh, okay. Yep. But even then you got the Legends race.
Yep.
You got the Legends race, and then you got the crit, and then you got the bolt. Like that afternoon, like we have to pre-organize when we're going to check in and when we're going to rack our bikes, and I always make sure that mine's in on that Saturday, so I've got a reason to be there. Yeah. So I'll always go down, like, check in, get my number. I do want to be amongst like the crowd.
Yeah.
Like I love walking through and you got to go through the expo. Obviously, you can't not go and look at the expo, buy a couple goodies. So, going to the expo, checking in, racking my bike, and then boom, the gun goes and there's the Legends race. You've seen some of the best icons in Australia,
exactly. And like people who have won, the Noosa crit, the swim, the bolt multiple times, who are world class in their own fields.
Yeah, all coming back for that Legends race.
And now they're 50 and fat, but they're still racing as legends.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's definitely my favorite. That's
the Super Saturday.
Exactly. Any like particular memory, like personal memories that you've got?
Personal memory. I think the funniest one was I just moved up to the Gold Coast, and you would have been in Europe and maybe just came back. I didn't really know you.
I think I remember seeing the videos.
Yeah,
and I was still in Europe.
I hit up one of the guys that we were swimming with, and now one of our good mates, Lleyton, and I go, "Are you going up to Noosa?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm going up." I'm like, "I can't find any accommodation because it's sold out the year before, and I've done what you've done 2 weeks before. Let's go race Noosa, whatever." Yeah, and
I've had to pay an arm and a leg to be able to stay at night.
To be comfy.
Yeah.
And we go and we try and can't find anything. It's about $1,000 a night because Noosa is expensive anyway. And we find Noosa Sea Scouts, and it's $50 a night, and we decide to camp.
I remember seeing the videos, and it looked like the roughest things.
We're both in a 2-man tent. We're just like, it was the most like unprofessional thing to be racing a professional
but it's still
triathlon.
Fun.
It was funny as, and I think that's the core memory of it, was just 2 guys in a tent. Everyone else is in these, 5-star accommodations, and we're just slumming it in a tent. And then the next day we're racing out
in the elites.
Yeah, in the
elites category.
I think Lleyton actually did pretty well. I think he came 7th.
Yeah, wow.
I think I came 5th out of the swim. That was that was the end of the day.
Everyone stopped watching. No, I remember, I think it was back in... This is definitely a call. I mean, not for me personally, but we had like the big group of boys sort of around COVID time. This is 2021, so we're kind of coming out of the end of COVID. And we had a big group of the Gold Coast boys. This is back when your Lockie Redmonds, your Matt Roberts, Jack Kaczynski, all those boys were still getting around. Joe Begbie was there. We were all getting around, and we were staying in like I think we had like 5 or 6 boys staying in this really nice house at the top of Noosa. Like it was really cool. It was a really cool setup. And Lockie and Redmond, funnily enough, he had this blinder of a race, runs like one of the quickest times that Noosa Triathlon's ever seen. Like he ran a sub 30-minute 10K off the bike, ran himself from the chase back into 3rd. I come along, maybe 15 minutes later. I was well out the back.
Sore back on the TT.
Yeah, sore back, blown out, everything. But I crossed the line and Lawks was in no good. Like, he was no good. He was coming up to me and he was like, mate, I need sugar. I need this. He was basically leaning on me and I'm going, man, this guy's about to pass away. Like, he's dead. Anyway, medics take him away. I think he gets on a drip or he gets on something, and the presentations, they quickly rush him off
straight away.
Yeah, straight away. So they rush him off, and then all of a sudden we're looking on the screen and there's no Lockie. So Lockie's missed it because he's in the medical tent because he just run his ass off. And they do the champagne celebrations, and we're thinking, oh, that's pretty guttering for Lawks. Like, he's missed that. Anyway, true Noosa tradition, we're on the beers by like 9 a.m. in the morning because we've just finished at 8 a.m. So we're all going through Dan Murphy's, and we made sure that we bought a bottle of champagne for him. So we're all down at the beach with like our cases of beer and celebrating as like it was our last race of the season. Yeah. So you got 15 boys just all celebrating on the beach, beers in hand, cruisers, whatnot, White Claws, and all of a sudden, Lockie's there. Dumb. Yeah, exactly. And Lockie's there spraying his champagne bottle. Like, we all sort of gathered around him, sang a song, and he got his moment after missing it on the stage. He got to celebrate with all us boys, and like, again, some of us had really good races, some of us had shocking races, but as like a group of friends that all come together and you're celebrating your mate
doing well.
Yeah. So he got that. I still got the video to this day of him spraying the champagne. So that was definitely a core memory, and it kind of got a bit blurry after that because when you start drinking at 9 a.m.
it's only downhill.
All of a sudden, 12 hours later, and God knows what happened.
You're in the gutter.
Yeah, probably was in the gutter. Like we said, Noosa brings a lot of legends.
Yep.
A lot of legends. You almost look at, I guess, some of the legends that have won Noosa and gone on to, outside of Noosa, they've done remarkable things.
Some of, world champions, Olympic medalists, you name it. They've all done Noosa and raced Noosa.
Mm.
So
it's a gathering of the goats. Basically,
it is.
The Australian goats,
like goat gathering.
Yeah, we literally like I said, we were looking at the previous winners before, and
it's stacked.
Nearly every single one of them has won a world championship, or they've been to an Olympics, or they've got some sort of title to their name outside of Noosa.
Yeah, on both sides, men and women, they've all done everything, all the way down to the 80s.
Yeah,
and we weren't born in the 80s, but we know
the honor roll of what they've done. Just as fans of the sport, like if you're a true fan of the sport, you'll know these people. Yeah, you know the guys in the 1980s, and you know who was making the Olympic teams. 2000s, but you know what world titles Miles Stewart was winning.
Yeah, exactly.
In the 90s, sort of things like that. Funnily enough, didn't see Miles Stewart on there.
I think he is. I believe he is. I saw Miles.
Oh shit, he did 1990.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, 1994. 1996.
Yeah.
God, I'll eat my words. I'll eat my words big time there.
He's one of few.
He's only won 3 though. Lots of people won
only 3 Noosas.
Only 3 Noosas.
It's a fair few people that have won 3 Noosas actually. Well, not heaps, but
quite a few more. What we're gonna do?
Our Legends Relay.
Pick your Noosa Legends Relay. So we're going to go do this like a traditional Noosa. We're going to scrap the MTR and we're going to go the traditional Noosa Relay. So you're going to pick a swimmer, you're going to pick a bike rider, and you're going to pick a runner.
Yep.
And you've got to pick a female.
Yep. And they have to be all a past winner.
All the past, yes. So they're all going to be, these are all athletes that have won it in the past.
Okay, my swimmer, Aaron Royle.
Oh.
Because he's still swimming pretty quick now.
He's still a fish. He's still a fish. And Aaron Royle's won this 3 times?
3 times. So he's a 3-time champion in the mid-teens.
Yep.
And then I'm going Craig Walton because he was an absolute beast on the bike. You could have picked him for a swim and bike because that's the way he won everything.
He was just off the front. I mean, you're not picking him for the run. But
he's the king of Noosa. 6-time. He's won the most men titles. And then you can't go past the queen. Ash Gentle on the run. She's a run away from everyone at Noosa.
That was very tough. I feel
where to put them.
It was going to be Ash. Yeah, like, let's be real. You're always if you got to pick a girl, you got to pick Ash, the queen of Noosa, like you said, won the most titles. I've picked the same swimmer, so I've gone Aaron Royle.
Yep.
Again, I was tossing up between him and Merce.
Yeah.
Because Merce is a phenomenal swimmer, but I think Aaron has shown the pedigree.
Yeah, 100%. And he's done it 3 times. I feel as if a 3-time champ.
Yeah.
You can't go past
You got to put him in there somewhere. I've actually gone Ash Gentle on the bike.
Ooh, yep.
I've gone Ash on the bike.
She is pretty dominant, has been dominant over that female field on the bike as well.
And then, so if Ash will probably lose a bit of time to Waldo on that bike, but I'm picking one of the greats, Chris McCormack, to run Ash Gentle down.
Okay, that's pretty solid.
So
I reckon it's about even.
That is very close. So you've got
Aaron's coming out of the swim exactly the same time as Aaron.
Yeah, exactly. So we both got. So basically, it's coming down to the bike run.
Okay.
So we both picked Aaron Royle to swim. Is Waldo going to ride away enough for Ash to stay away from Macca? Yeah. That's a pretty cool team.
Oof,
that's pretty cool team. I mean, again, they're just some absolute goats.
They are. We've kind of talked about the king and queen of Noosa. There's no other two.
You really can't go past these two.
Yeah, Craig Walton and Ash Gentle.
Yeah, I mean, I think Craig Walton, he was known as the king of Noosa for such a long time. Like, a bit of background, I actually used to be coached by Waldo back in like 2017, 2018.
Yep.
And he was the one that convinced me to do my very first one. And I think it was very much he convinced me to do my first one so that we could go down
you could go
see
up.
how good he was. I think it was definitely a bit of a...
You walk past the honor roll.
Mate, and honestly, like, we could barely walk down the expo without him being stopped.
Serious.
Like everybody knew who Waldo was. And again, rightly so. He's the king of Noosa.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean... What Waldo did, I think it was impressive as well because he definitely wasn't known as a runner.
No.
Like he was a
swim biker.
He was a swim biker, and to be able to do so much damage in a swim bike that no one could even run. It didn't matter how quick you were on the run. He was so far up the road.
I think I've looked at some of his runs and they weren't fast at all.
Oh no,
they were like 35.
Yeah, he's
minutes.
running like slower than the girls were these days.
Yeah.
So, but his swimming bikes are just like, when you've got 5 minutes on the rest of the field, it's like...
You could jog.
What can you do?
Didn't matter.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty impressive. And like you said, Ash Gentle, historic...
10 in a row, 11 wins.
Yeah. Like, that's historic. That'll might never get beaten.
I used to get coached by the only person that has beaten Ash at Noosa, and it was Caroline Steffen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And
when did she beat Ash?
That's when I went up, because she said, just go to Noosa. It was... Off the back of her, she came second in Kona, I think in 2010, she won it.
Oh, wow.
I think she's one of the only people to beat Ash. Oh, no, it says Emma Moffat here.
She might have done that.
Yeah. She was one of the few that beat Ash.
That's cool.
Yeah, and pretty much the same thing. She was like, go up to Noosa.
I just want you to see how good I am.
Quite funny.
I wonder, like, why this means... It's funny that...
Yeah, because the coaches, it must mean a fair bit to them.
It's still... And we saw it with Braden Mercer last year. Like, again, Mercer has... He's done some pretty incredible things, like, in his career. He's still very young. But he definitely hasn't got the pedigree... Or, no, not the pedigree. He definitely hasn't got sort of the... he hasn't got the achievements,
the titles,
that some of these other guys certainly has the potential
to get them
later
100%.
on. But we've even seen how much attention it brought him winning at such a young age. I think Falco, correct me if this is wrong, he's the youngest person to ever won Noosa. Don't know. Okay, throwing facts out.
I think he might be.
I think he might have been
only 20.
He was 20 when he won it. I think he might have been. It maybe been the youngest male. Because Ash was dominant pretty young. But I think Merce might have been the youngest male to have ever won a Noosa title.
Yeah, exactly. And it kind of goes back to what we said, it's more than just triathlon. Like, the whole Australian public know about Noosa, what's going on. And if you win it, I mean, it's a good payday.
Great payday.
The exposure from that is probably more than anything in your career.
Yeah. And you're exactly right. Like, the exposure from it, just from a viewership within Australia as well. So, like, I remember last year when Mercer did win it, Luke Willian was coming off, I think he was at like a top 15 or top 10 in the World Series. Like, he just came off
6th or 7th.
Yeah, he just come off representing Australia at the Olympics, had like a top 10 year in the World Series. Braden Mercer comes and beats him in Noosa. And then Braden Mercer's better than Luke Willian. He might not be. Like, he might not have been. But, like, in that race, he was. And now in everybody's mind, he's better than Luke Willian.
Yeah.
After Luke Willian just had the season that we all know Luke Willian had last year. Crazy. Sometimes it just takes the right day at the right time.
Yeah.
And then you're the best in Australia.
Well, yeah. On that day, you are. Okay.
Should we get into it?
Yeah, we'll get into the race preview and predictions. There's only so much we can talk about how good Noosa is. Yeah. We'll be up there this weekend, so we can give it a proper review then.
Yep.
How do you think the race is going to go? We'll start with the males. You're racing it.
Yep.
How do you think the race will play out?
I think,
as an athlete, I have my opinion as someone that's not racing.
I think, and we've seen it in the past couple years, there's always a break off the front.
Yeah.
I think you're going to have a break somewhere between that 5 to 7, possibly 8. Just briefly looking at sort of who's there. I think you're going to have a break between 5 to 8. You're going to have some really, really gun swimmers wanting to get away. Yep. And because it is such a long out. You're basically swimming 700 meters out, maybe a couple 100 meters across, and then come all the way back in. With the chop as well, beach start, like we saw how much Hauser was able to split it up in Wollongong with the beach start. So hopefully, some of us Aussies can apply a bit of pressure with that. The entry, splitting it up, really getting like a Braden Mercer and Aaron Royle to just get to the front and just, hammer it. I think it'll break up. The bike, it's just, there's no, once you're out of sight, you're out of mind.
Yeah.
Like with the
especially
bike.
Especially on that course. You kind of, a bit of the course preview, you zigzag in and out of town, you get onto the main road, pretty much what you ride on.
Yep.
Go up Garmin Hill.
Yeah, Garmin Hill.
Garmin Hill, that's, everyone talks about that one. And then you go down pretty much another 5 or so K.
Yeah.
Turn around and come back.
It really is 20k out, 20k back. It's as straightforward as that with the old Garmin Hill, which is about 5 kilometers.
Yeah.
If
and
that,
then the runs
no, actually, I think it's 5
as well.
minutes. I think someone said 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's not big.
Yeah, so it's not big at all. But so it really is going to be, if that breakaway establishes, and every time I've raced it and every time I've watched it, there's been like, that anywhere from 5 to 10 people off the front. That sort of holds, breaks out to maybe 30 seconds to a minute, anywhere from there. And then from my experience, it's whoever's in that breakaway, the winner comes from that.
Yeah.
I've seen people run up and, run into second and third, but I've never seen somebody from the chase pack, not to my knowledge, that has gone on to win it. I think that's going to be the same. I think that's going to be the same.
I agree. That's how the men's race will go. The quality of swimmer in the field this year is a lot higher than what it has been.
Oh,
a few years back when I raced it, there was a lot of the longer course guys, and the swim just wasn't as quick as what it's going to be this year.
Remember there was one year where Brad
Coursey,
and I'm pretty sure he broke the course record for the swim.
Yeah, that's the year I raced.
And if of course he's a phenomenal athlete again, but he's not a course record swimmer.
Off Robbo, I actually gave it to Robbo today in the pool. I said, Robbo, he's racing Noosa. And I said, "You going back to Noosa to go get your swim course record
he's
back?"
He's just gonna hit the swim and then call it a day because he needs to get that record back.
Anyway, I agree. That's how the men's is going to go. It's going to be a break. Maybe 1 or 2 fall off the back of that front pack on the TT bike.
Mm-hmm.
That also plays a factor. The TT bike. A lot of these guys, short course guys, haven't raced on TT. Haven't touched it all year until 2 weeks ago.
Hey, I've done 2 weeks of it.
Yeah, exactly right. 2 weeks ago.
This is probably the first time where I don't really know any long course guys that have, other than a Jack Szynski, that have sort of stepped up and chosen to race this. So bit of a poor showing from the long course.
Someone's going to run and win it, whoever's the strongest runner on the day.
Exactly.
Who's your prediction then for the men? Without you in there.
Yeah. I'm not going to pick myself in because last time that just hasn't really done me too well in the past. So, look, really, you can't go past Matt Hauser. Yeah. He's just 2 weeks ago won the World Championships. Matt Hauser in first. I got Lockie Willian in second, and then I got John Reid in third. I don't think John Reid's going to be in that breakaway, but he's a phenomenal runner, and I think over 10K you're going to have some tired legs in that sort of breakaway, and John's is a very strong runner, so he could do some damage in 10K, I reckon.
Okay, I think it's hard to go past Matt Hauser.
Yeah, come on.
So Matt Hauser, and then actually Lockie, off your half marathon, I've put you in second.
Oh, you're kidding?
Yeah, I have. I know. I've backed you because that would be great for the podcast.
Yeah, that would be.
And then I've got Luke Willian. I saw his TT bike set up and it looks pretty fast.
It does look pretty mean, doesn't it? I'm going to draft so much. No,
so that's who I've got. But I think, there's going to be 5-6 of you guys in that front pack.
Looking at it, it looked very... You've definitely got
it's dense between, I think, 2nd to 6th.
I mean, if we're being real, there's nobody... We're all fighting for... Well, I'll go out and do my absolute best, but...
Yeah, you're all fighting for second, guys.
You got to respect the world champion.
Yeah.
Like, you got to respect it. If there's some way where we can get over the top of him, I'll 100% take advantage of any weakness that he might be showing, but you're going to have to hope that he cramps or flats or...
Yeah.
Like... If I see him cramping, I'm fucking running. It's 251K.
And it would be his first win. He's raced it before, but came second to Hayden Wild.
Yeah, that's a pretty dense year.
Yeah, that's
pretty silly. And Henry Schumann, Rio Olympian, third place, world champion that year.
Yeah.
Henry Schumann was meant to be racing, but he's pulled off.
Yeah, I think he's been injured.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's a bit... I mean, I'd like to think I would have been able to outrun him, but I do think that he would have been very valuable in that swimming bike, though.
Yeah, and he's quite dialed on the TT now.
Yeah,
I think that's a big difference, but not many guys have been on the TT, so I don't think it's going to change a thing.
No, I think we're going to roll around, and there'll be a like we said, that 5 to 7 sort of breakaway, and then there'll be just a huge chase pack.
Yeah,
coming from behind.
Okay, in the women, how do you think it's going to go? I'll give my prediction. I think a couple of girls will swim off the front. You've got Cassandra Bowe-Grant racing.
Tough. Yeah.
Tara Zazinski, Jess Fulgar. Who else is there?
Rochelle
Hill, yep.
Danny DiFrancesco.
Yes. I think she's going to be the big player.
Yep.
I've seen her swimming with rails at Miami. She's swimming quite well.
For a swim as well.
Off the back of being a professional cyclist for the last couple of years, racing in Europe. I think she's probably kept swimming because she's swimming quite well. Yeah. I think she'll be just off the back of those girls, but I think she'll ride up to them and I think pass them.
Oh, she'll fly.
She'll change how this race goes.
A professional cyclist sort of jumping in the field, like with a swimming background like hers, she's going to struggle on the run.
Yeah, that's the only downfall.
She's going to struggle on the run.
She goes, my run's not too great.
Yeah, and
she'll go well.
She hasn't been a great runner in the past either. So, but like we said, I do believe that she'll probably swim with these girls, and I
think she'll ride away. She'll catch up to them, I think, and then ride away from them.
She'll ride away. She'll do an Ash Gentle ride away from the field. Yep. What happens next will be another story.
Hey, I don't think she really cares about that either.
I don't think as long as she might get a bit of limelight on the TV, and that'll be cool for her.
Yeah.
It's the women's is going to be interesting.
Because there's not many on the start list this year.
There's
only
not
11.
which is why it'll break up more.
Yeah,
it will be broken up more. You're going to have smaller packs. So I mean, we'll go into the picks in a second, but I don't have Cassandra Bowe-Grant doing. I don't see her blowing it out of the water.
Yeah, no, nor do I.
Her cycling, in my mind, she hasn't done enough in the short course world to prove that she's going to be that strong on this bike.
And
when you've got a Rochelle Hill, a Danny DiFrancesco, a Jess Fulliger, a Tara Zazinski, who are just going to be so dialed on those bikes.
They're strong riders.
Really strong cyclists. So, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, so we may as well go into our predictions. Yeah, I think, though, in the women's race, a little break in the swim, about 4, potentially.
Yep.
And then I think the bike will break it up. Yep. That's where it'll change. Yep. I think you'll have the strong riders get away from the weaker riders and the runners. So I'm going and then run whoever wins.
Yeah.
I'm going for my win, Jess Fulliger.
Yeah.
I think just the British know how to ride a bike.
They do.
And they're very strong. She'll swim at the front and she'll ride. I think she could probably keep up with Denny.
Yeah, probably just would be the one person. Yeah.
And then I'm actually going to go change this now. I'm going to go Rochelle Hill in second.
Yep.
She's come second before.
Yep.
And then I'm going to go Cassandra. I think she'll fall off the back of the bike but then run up.
Okay.
Yep, and potentially beat someone like a Tara.
Who might just push Tara out to that 4th. I've got a pretty similar analogy on how I think it's gonna. I think Rochelle's gonna win.
Yep.
I think just back after her under-23 performance.
Confident.
And Falco, we can say this, can't we? Rochelle's little comment that she made. Yeah, so a little. I think Falco heard a little rumor on Rochelle Hill when she was coming back into triathlon. not too long ago. Obviously, people who don't know, Rochelle's mum, Rena Hill, Olympian, 2-time Noosa winner, like a champion in her own right. Rochelle Hill kind of made the comment, I'm actually not too concerned about, world champions or like being a world champion or being an Olympian. That doesn't bother me. All Rochelle wanted to do was win Noosa before her mum won Noosa, age-wise. So, she wanted to win it at a younger age than what her mum won it.
That's pretty cool.
Which is crazy.
That shows really how big Noosa is to people.
Yeah. That statement right there shows how much of an impact Noosa has on an athlete. It really is. And like you said, Rochelle's been second in this before. This style of racing
that
suits
was probably her, I think it was it 2 or 3 years ago, where she kind of came back onto the scene. That was everyone was she's gone for a bit.
She's
back.
Yeah,
wow. Yeah, that's kind of what.
And this suits her. This style of racing really suits her.
Strong athlete.
Yeah. So I've got Rochelle winning it.
Yep.
Cassandra Bowe-Grant.
Second.
Oh, I really almost wanted to swap it again like you just said, but I'm going to stick with my guns. I'm going to go Rochelle Hill first, Cassandra Bowe-Grant. She'll run into second. Jess Fulliger, third.
Okay, there we have it.
That's a tough one, though. Very tough one.
And then, after the racing's all said and done, mate.
Yeah, let's be real. The real racing then kicks off, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Like we said, this is a time where age groupers and elites come together.
Yep.
And boy, do we come together at the after party.
Oh, yeah.
Noosa Surf Club.
It's known for its after party.
Yeah, and
Noosa Surf Club.
I actually remember seeing a comment that the great Craig Walton made on Braden Mercer's, or maybe it was on the Noosa Triathlon, or it was when Mercer crossed the line last year. He took the tape and Noosa Triathlon put up the post straight away.
Yep.
Congratulations, Braden Mercer, you won. Craig Walton, go enjoy the after party. And I was like, that right there.
Yeah. That says it all. That's
that's an icon that knows where the real racing is.
He's had plenty of good Noosa after parties, I'm sure.
I'm sure he's had plenty. And like we said, you're gonna have the age groupers with the elites, with the crit racers, with the runners. The runners stick around for it, the swimmers stick around for it, everyone sticks around for it, and it's just one big piss up at Noosa Surf Club.
It's great.
God, it's fun.
So who is our boat race mixed team relay?
Yeah, for anybody that doesn't know what a boat race is, it is your drinking partners, basically. Yeah. It's like
who can scull a beer the best.
It's a drinking game. It's a drinking game that is done at the pub. Yep. So we've got
swim, bike, run, essentially. So just three, like a traditional Noosa relay.
Yeah. So I'll go first. So again, we've made sure we've put a female in there.
Yep.
Braden Mercer.
Yep, he's got experience from last year.
We've both partied with him enough. We know that Braden Mercer loves a party.
Yep.
And he's the current king of Noosa.
Yep.
Whether that stays the same, he's the current king of Noosa as
the Fresh Prince of Hastings Street.
He is the Fresh Prince of Hastings Street. And then I'm going to go with the young Tara Zazinski.
Yep. Okay.
Another one that I've partied with quite a bit.
You've taken a Gold Coast one too.
I've taken a Gold Coast one too.
Don't know what that says, but
oh no, God, who knows what we've done. Anyway, no, this is back from when we partied together in Kitzbühel.
Oh.
Yeah, we had a little party. This is where I think threw Shah Derbs under the bus at the start of the year with the Mykonos party. And then I'm going to finish it off with Benny Dykstra.
Okay, nice. Yep. I've got Benny Dykstra, the smiliest man in triathlon.
Oh, he's the happiest bloke.
Yeah, he's so happy all the time. I feel as if he'll just be happy to be in Australia.
Yeah.
And I've got Cassandra Bowe-Grant.
Yeah.
We said it before in our Mykonos team. The French, we feel as if the French know how to party.
They know how to party.
And then I've got the old dog. We've heard his war stories, Aaron Royle.
And he will not shy away from telling you his war stories.
Yeah, exactly right. So I think the old dog can teach the new pups some tricks. And Aaron Royle, he's my man to finish it off.
He is a bit of a goat of Noosa as well. Like,
he is a 3-time winner.
Yeah, 3-time winner. So he actually said it the other day at training. He's never done Noosa and not been on the podium.
Yeah, that's
so
big.
I think he's raced it 5 times and he's got 3 wins, a silver and a bronze.
Wow. So he's coming back.
He's coming back and maybe
he might do it.
Yeah,
let's see.
Either way, if he doesn't do it in the race, he'll do it at the after party. Yeah. he'll make up for lost time there.
And that's kind of it.
Alrighty, that's our little preview of what's to come. We've blown smoke up Noosa's ass a lot, but if you're an Aussie and you're a true triathlon fan in Australia, and if you've heard anything or if you've been there, if you experienced it, you know we've blown smoke up their ass, and rightly so.
Yep, exactly right. Noosa's going to be. It's going to be a scene this weekend.
We'll
be up there.
We'll be up there, like we said. And if you want to, reach out to us. Come say hi. If you want to jump in an interview, if you want to do anything, if you want us to, present. Honestly, we'll do anything.
We'll do anything.
We
taste some official beer codes.
Yep, we'll take a couple slabs up. But we just want to promote the event. We want to get amongst it. We want to show what it's like to be an elite athlete inside the event. We want to show, showcase the highs and lows of it. That's what Lleyton there. He's going to be in people's faces, just interviewing everything.
Being a pest.
Yeah, being a pest. So, we're honestly just looking forward to it. Like we said, we're coming towards the end of the season. The season's wrapping up when Noosa comes around. It's it's getting warm. It's getting summery.
Yep. Exactly. We're keen.
Yep.
See you in Noosa.
As always, this is the Unfunded Podcast. If you would like to follow along on social media, we are the Unfunded Podcast. If you'd like to send us an email at all, we are the unfundedpod@gmail.com. And once again, we can't thank our sponsors enough. The Official Beer Co. Keeping the lights on and the show running.
Thanks for that.
See you, Noosa, baby.
Let's go.